Now imagine this. The year is 67 AD, and you're in Rome. As you walk through the city's crowded, stone-paved streets, a sudden silence rises among the people. Everyone's attention is fixed on one man, Emperor Nero. Beside him walks a young, graceful, and elegant woman. She's draped in silk garments, her neck adorned with dazzling jewels, but everyone knows who she really is. Before we dive into these stories of survival, pain, and fear, if you enjoy uncovering the hidden truths of history, don't forget to hit the like button, follow us, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. That woman was once a man named Sporus, and what Nero did to him remains one of the most merciless stories in human history. You may have heard of Nero, the mad, cruel, and deranged emperor, but at the very beginning he wasn't such a monster. When he took the throne at just 16, people truly believed a new era was beginning. He seemed devoted to serving the people as if that was his only purpose. But absolute power has a way of rotting even the strongest soul. And that power began to rot Nero from the inside. The first signs appeared when he fell in love. He fell for Poppaea Sabina. Young, intelligent, beautiful, and ambitious. At that time, Nero was already married to Octavia. But the power of being untouchable, the freedom to do whatever he pleased, pushed him to betray her. That was the first scandal, and also the beginning of everything you're about to hear. Things so shocking they barely sound real. Nero's love for Sabina quickly turned into obsession. He couldn't share her with anyone. He punished men who even dared glance at her. His love had twisted into possession. He divorced Octavia and married Sabina, believing she was now truly his. And then, one day, during an argument with Sabina, who had grown tired of his madness, Nero lost control. He struck her once, fatally. She was pregnant at the time. That moment changed Nero forever. He didn't burn her body as Roman custom demanded. Instead, he had her mummified and continued to talk to her as if she were still alive. In the imperial palace, everyone had to act like Sabina was still living. Anyone who dared to say otherwise faced Nero's punishment. Then one day, Nero noticed a young boy in the palace, Sporus. Though male, he had a soft, youthful face that resembled Sabina's almost perfectly. And something snapped again inside Nero's mind. He thought, "Have the gods brought her back to me?" The fact that Sporus was a man meant nothing to Nero. Power had made him believe he could do anything, even defy nature itself. He ordered his physicians to perform surgery on Sporus. After that, Sporus was no longer a man, but not a woman either. Nero dressed him in Sabina's gowns, placed her jewelry on him, and said, "Your name is now Sabina." Sporus didn't dare speak. He knew silence was the only thing keeping him alive. Then came the unthinkable. In front of all of Rome, in the center of a grand arena, Nero held a magnificent wedding ceremony and married Sporus. The crowd had no choice but to celebrate this nightmare as if it were a glorious occasion. But this was no love story. It was the madness of absolute power. Sporus was now Nero's wife, but his marriage was nothing more than a prison. Every day he had to act, to pretend, to imitate Sabina's expressions, her gestures, even her voice. For 2 long years, every time he looked in the mirror, he didn't see himself. He saw the face of a dead woman staring back. Then came the end. Nero's empire collapsed. His reign was over. He fell ill, and soon after, he died. Sporus seemed free at last, but freedom never came. After Nero's death, other powerful men claimed him. They all called him Sabina. They all made him live the same nightmare again. Eventually, one of them decided to use Sporus in a public performance, a cruel show meant to humiliate him before the eyes of Rome. Sporus couldn't take it anymore. He faced a final choice: step into that arena and endure another day of shame, or end it all. And so, he made his choice. At just 20 years old, Sporus took his own life. That moment, the moment of his death, was the first and only time he was truly free. For years they had stripped away his identity, his voice, his humanity. But in the end, he chose his own fate. Stories like Sporus's remind us that behind every tale of glory, empire, and conquest, there are silent souls who suffered in the shadows. Their names may fade from history, but their stories never do. And sometimes the quietest ones show the greatest strength. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this.